balls.
We're on our way from El Paso, well, north of El Paso, to Big Bend National Park in what we've heard is a very odd little town of Terlingua, with a lot of interesting people and interesting things to see. And we looked around for some different RV parks, and most of them did not get great reviews. But we found one that actually is new, and we couldn't find a review on it. But we went to the website and checked it out. It looks really nice. It's smaller. It is the Paisano Village
RV Park and Inn.
Yeah. So this is a first for us. Out of, I think we're at about 40 RV parks now that we've stayed at. We have never received a text message before with all the information that you need. Where your spot is. Hey, by the way, go this direction.
Here's the Wi-Fi password. And
yeah. So we haven't even been there yet, but that type of customer service, I mean, that sticks in your mind. And again, 40 RV parks, that's the first time that anyone's done that.
It was a little welcome text with a map of the town and a map of the RV park.
Yeah.
Very cool. I'm excited.
Now, yeah, now my hopes are really, really high. I hope that everything else surpasses.
And it did surpass our expectations. The Paisano RV Park and Inn offers 12 full hookup sites, free laundry, great Wi-Fi, and a quiet stay. It's located just outside of Terlingua and is only 4 miles from the entrance to Big Bend National Park. It's an awesome place to stay and a great place for your adventures in Terlingua and Big Bend. Oh, and it has some great moonlit skies as well.
This is my kind of visitor center. Self-service. Big Bend?
That's between Big Bend.
Big Bend River Tours?
Here's Big Bend.
This small town can be described as interesting. The people here enjoy their freedom and their freedom of expression. The roadside art all around the area is unique and worth the stop. There's also some fantastic food in Terlingua. If you're looking for great barbecue, look no further than DB's Rustic Iron Barbecue.
Cheers.
Cheers.
His face is covered already.
We can't say enough about this place, and it left a lasting impression on us.
You know how sometimes you have a meal and you think, wow, this has just changed my outlook on that type of food for the rest of my life, and this is what I'm going to compare everything to? We just ate at DB's Rustic Iron Barbecue in Terlingua, Texas.
Amazing.
That's a game changer.
Best brisket I've ever had.
Best barbecue.
And we've had a lot of barbecue.
Yeah.
You know, being in the military, been in the South, we've had a lot of barbecue.
Yeah.
Nothing compares.
So he is open Wednesday through Saturday, and basically until he runs out of food, which I guess happens pretty quick. So it's 12:30, and I think he's about ready to shut down.
Yep. Words can't describe it.
The area is littered with history and unique places to see. If you're visiting, make sure you drive up to the Terlingua Trading Company and wander around the area. It's filled with more art, interesting buildings, and the remains of the area's mining history.
Right now we're doing the Terlingua Ghost Town self-guided walking tour. It's kind of confusing because you think ghost town, there's nothing here, but people live here, and there's residences and hotels, a trading company,
School.
a school. That's the school?
That's the Perry School.
Oh, and then there's the Ghost Town School.
If you head south of Terlingua and towards the resort area of Lajitas, you'll find even more interesting sights.
Cutie.
We've decided to stop by and meet the mayor of Lajitas, Texas. Clay Henry. He's a goat. That's pretty
He's a
exciting.
beer drinking goat. He drinks beer.
Yeah. Maybe that's why he's always wagging his tail. Let's go check out Clay Henry. Hi, Clay. What you doing? I don't have any beer for you, but I wish I did. It says respect the goat. Hello, Mr. Mayor. Are you the mayor, or is that... Wow. You've got some fine teeth, sir. Look at those. He's got a bit of an underbite going on. Very nice goat, huh? Yeah.
He's not really jumpy at all.
Maybe he's hungover. Corbin.
Hola.
Do you want to see Mexico? Do you want to see Mexico?
Yes, I see it right now.
Well, let me roll down your window back here and you can see Mexico.
It's very close.
America, Mexico, America, Mexico, America, Mexico, Mexico, America. If you make it out to Terlingua and drive to Lajitas, you have to take the drive along the Rio Grande between Lajitas and Presidio. You don't have to go the whole way, but go about 15 miles. Number one, it's beautiful because you're right along the Rio Grande, but it is exhilarating. There are some steep hills, some drops, and some turns. So if you enjoy a good road trip and a good drive, you're gonna like that. Just watch our video. Did you enjoy that? We did.
The next day, we started our Big Bend National Park adventures. Big Bend is over 800,000 acres, so if you're planning a visit, plan for lots of driving and make sure you break up your visit into sections. We chose to spend our time here around Panther Junction and the Chisos Basin. First stop, Balance Rock.
Well, we're in Big Bend for the first day and we're doing our first hike. We came out to do Balance Rock, which is a 7.7 mile drive on a somewhat maintained dirt road. It starts off really, really good. You're like, oh, this is gonna be easy. And about a mile and a half in, it kind of gets worse. I mean, it's not bad. Just make sure that you have plenty of ground clearance in your vehicle if you come out here. And then once you come out, you have a 2.2 mile round trip hike. to go see a rock that's precariously leaning on another rock. The last quarter mile kind of looks a little rough. And there it is.
The trek to Bounce Rock is really worth it, and although there's a bit of climbing involved, it's a pretty easy trail for any level experience.
So Corbin and I are heading back into Big Bend National Park today. Susanna has a horrible migraine, so she stayed back. Unfortunately, one of the things that we had done when we got our pass is we just got it in her name. We didn't send out the paperwork because she got her pass before I'd retired, so I didn't have my disability rating from the VA or anything. And we've been waiting like, oh, we'll send off the paperwork, we'll get it done so I can get my own pass. And I pulled up today and tried to use her pass. I'm like, no, you can't because she has to be in the car. And I said, well, I'm a disabled veteran. He said, but, okay, all right, cool. So we'll give you your card today as well. I'm like, do I have to do any paperwork? He said, no, you just have to, I have my retired ID and I have to, read a disability form and state that, yes, I do have a disability rating. And I now have my card as well. So if you're thinking this is really difficult, which I was like, I gotta fill out paperwork, we have to mail it off, they send me one in the mail. No, you can actually just go to a national park and do the paperwork there and get your card. Very simple. So if you're a disabled veteran, there's no reason for you not to get one of these passes and start enjoying the national parks.
The Fossil Discovery exhibit is located 8 miles north of Panther Junction. This $1.4 million site opened up in 2017 and showcases the creatures that lived in this area 130 million years ago.
So this is the boneyard. And you can come in here, look at. You could rub the teeth. You want to feel those chompers?
Can I lick the teeth?
No, you can't lick the teeth. When mom's not around, it gets weird. So it's Sunday in a national park, and normally when it's a weekend at a national park, it's really packed. Now this park, I think a lot of stuff is closed in the summertime because it gets really, really wicked hot. But here it's winter. It's December, what is today? December 15th. And it's a Sunday, and there's nobody here.
We have 10 days until Christmas!
And we have 10 days until Christmas. But this is awesome. We have this whole dino fossil exhibit to ourselves. Come on, Bubba. Holy cow, look at that thing.
That guy looks like a half grouper, half like...
Can you pronounce it? Zephactinus?
This is the big crocodile I was talking about.
Look at his nose.
I know, it's almost bigger than a T-Rex.
Oh, that's a Dinosuchus.
Yeah.
How big was
a
Dinosuchus?
I remember the Dinosuchus. I remember.
Dude. 39 feet long and 16,000 pounds.
I know. That's a lot, isn't it?
Look at his little tail. Look at the size of his head though, man.
Chris and Corbin spent their morning wandering around the site and said that it's a very cool place to learn about how different this land was in prehistoric times.
So we're headed back into the park today for the third day. Today we're going to go to the Chisos Mountain campground, and there's a couple trails around the Lost Mine Trail, which Susanna informed me that there's no mine at.
I don't know. I couldn't find a thing that says at the end of the destination is a mine. So,
which would make a lot of sense, because if you have a trail and it's a lost mine trail and you find the mine, it's not lost. So this one actually could live up to its name. We've been on a lot of lost trails and found what we were looking for.
yeah.
So this could be the one that really screws with our minds for the next 40 to 50 years.
And that's what he was so concerned about. He's like, how can I be lost if they have a trail?
If you don't want to hike around the Chisos Mountains, we still recommend the drive to the lodge because it's beautiful.
Our goal when we came out here today was to go do the Lost Mine Trail, and we lost that. We turned off and ended up coming over to the Chisos Basin campground area. So instead we're going to do the Window Trail, and we cheated. So if you start up at the trailhead, it's like another mile longer. So we drove down to the campground and we start from this trailhead to save a little bit of energy. So it's 3.6 miles round trip.
3 hours.
3 hours.
Maybe
And
a little bit less.
We're going over there.
This winding trail has nearly 1,000 feet in elevation change, but if you start at the campground, it's much less. Hiking through the valley brings you to some magnificent views, and the sky here is the bluest we've ever seen. We highly recommend taking this hike, but beware, you may come across an unexpected trail buddy.
Holy balls.
Yes, that's a black bear. There are about 40 of them in Big Bend National Park, and most of them live in the Chisos Mountain area.
He's crossing the back.
We're right behind you. Just keep moving. Keep your little bear butt going. He's right there. We're going to stop right here, and we're going to give him some time to go away. Corbin, sit down right there. You could tell that they are used to people. Well, that was exhilarating. We saw a bear. Came around the corner and I saw this giant fuzzball, and I instantly knew, and he just kind of, how's it going? I got some food here, so leave me alone. And then we continued on the trail. He's off in the riverbed, still eating on whatever he's eating. That got my heart racing a little bit. Corbin, how's your heart?
Totally fine.
Totally fine?
Fine. I was like, what? I was more excited that we got to see one that close.
Apparently I was the only one whose heart started beating a little bit faster, even though my son turned and started jogging away. Oh, I'm not scared.
The rest of the hike was uneventful aside from the amazing natural beauty of the area. Another word of caution though, do not take this hike in heavy rain. The window is the sole water runoff point for the basin, so water levels can change rapidly. You may not run into many people on the hike, but don't be surprised to meet a crowd when you arrive at the window. This window through the mountains is the opening to a 220-foot drop and gives you a view of the Chihuahuan Desert below. This is the most popular hike in the park, and these views show you why. The hike ended our first visit to Big Bend National Park, but we would be back 3 weeks later and have a lot more to show you in part 2.
Thank you for watching. We'd love to share our journey with you, so hit that subscribe button and also the notification bell so you know when a new video is uploaded. And don't forget to leave your comments down below and hit the like button.